around. Like, that's what they did on this movie.
Best job ever.
Like, that sounds great. Like, oh, they gotta take the dump truck out, and then they throw it out, and then they throw a bunch of crap in the street, and then they take a snowplow and they knock it off at night, or during the day so cars can get by, and then they just crap it all out.
You don't have to worry about messing it up.
Yeah, I love that.
The irony is that every time they scoop it all up and then dump it back out, and now it's a little more beaten up, it actually just looks more legit.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes me really happy how they did this. They're like, yeah, we just threw a bunch of crap out, and we got the special lenses so they could shoot for cheap. But no, I mean, I think if I had to teach, I do teach film.
If you had to teach this film.
Yeah, I think if moving forward, I teach production design a lot. I would teach this film's production design, just simply because of the economics of it and how they look for an area they could shoot in for cheap, which was St. Louis, and stretch a budget. I don't know if you've ever felt like this, John, but you watch the later Purge movies, and I think they're interesting, but you can tell that they stretch their budgets way too far. I've gotten that feeling.
I haven't seen them. I've only seen the first two.
Oh, so like the later ones, I feel like they really stretch their budget, and it feels cheap. Yeah, it does, because they stretch it. And listen, it's ambitious, and I appreciate that. They're trying to do a lot with little.
Do the walls shake when they close doors?
It's just, there's no extras, and they don't have money for it and everything. It just doesn't look, I don't know, they stretch it. But I never felt this. And this is $17 million. Like, they don't really make $17 million movies like this anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't know if someone would want to tackle that. I mean, Crawl costs, 15? But that didn't even
just to remind listeners to what you're saying, 17 million adjusted for inflation.
Yes, so back then it was 6.
How much did Trina Busan cost?
5.
Their CG was occasionally not the best when big piles.
I still remain baffled about that.
But that's crazy.
I
don't know how that wasn't 20 to 30.
I lived over there too, and the exchange rate's not that bad. Like, it's not like they were able to get a lot more on those $5 million euro budget. Like, that's once you switch that over, it's not that much more. So maybe actors get paid less, crews get paid less. I don't know, but that movie blows my mind. And the Villainess we watched, I don't know how that movie has a $4 million budget.
Well, yeah.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but yeah, so I mean, $17 million on this. John, did you have any more notes? Megan, did you have any more notes about this?
So I have one kind of big one, and I feel like it's a discussion point. So, remember, so many times for regular listeners of the podcast, Mark and I have mentioned Saw. We haven't podcasted about Saw, but we mentioned Saw, and it's almost this phenomenon that everyone thought that Saw Part 1 was this brutal, gory movie, when really it was only brutal in concept and there was very little gore. But because of the way it was delivered, you still almost remembered it as if it was brutal and gory, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So this movie, again, I hadn't seen it in probably 10 years when I really realized that I was probably just seeing Escape from L.A. and merging them. This movie is almost, don't attack me when I say this, is almost not an action movie at all.
It's funny you say that, because we were watching this movie with my father-in-law, and he's like, "Where's the action, Mark?" He's like, "No one's getting shot."
Right. This is all atmosphere and world building and implied action, almost like the implied terror of the Saw movies. And so, Snake Plissken is essentially walking through the further of John Carpenter's fantasy of this post-apocalyptic world, because we see all these different scenes that are all dressed up that I was commenting about earlier. But the action when it happens is very fleeting. It's very basic.
Yeah.
And it only works in our memory. Well, I'm not saying it only works like it's a bad thing. It works in our memories because Snake is such a credible character and the world is so believable. But I feel like so little money went into the action and everything went into the world.
Yeah, I would say that this is probably more of a thriller than an action movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the world building, to your point, John, is so good that about 2/3 into the movie, after my dad was questioning where the action is, he's then chanting, "Snake, Snake."
And was that in the ring fight with that monster?
I think so.
Yeah, he was cheering for Snake
with everyone else.
And he was standing really close to the TV, just loving it. And also the scene where, Kurt Russell was married to that woman who was out there with it, Season Hubley.
Chock
Did
full
you know
of nuts
that?
girl.
The lady who gets tore through the ground, that was his wife in real life. At
No
the time.
way.
Yeah. And even that scene, like they rip her down there, and after they talk food, no one ever says that they're going to eat her. But I think the world's so established.
It's
like,
implied.
Ooh, yeah.
They're ravenous.
Like they're
I think I'd struggle to imagine someone didn't realize that was going to happen.
Yeah, and I mean...
And he is not broke up about it. He moves right on.
Well, I love that they say they try to help her for a little bit. Then he gets out of there. He tries to grab her hand. And he's like, nah. But no, and also, John, this is funny. I don't know if you noticed this, but there's a scene where Snake spends about 30 bullets shooting through a wall. And then he dives through it. But
he makes that big circle for him to jump through.
But it's basically like, what, papier mâché. Like,
I saw that, but in my head, I'm like, he didn't know that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I know.
That's fair.
I kind of wish he had just kicked it, but it's like he put a lot more effort in.
And then he obliterates that door early on. I've never seen a better door kick in my life, John.
See, if he went through drywall with lath, that metal lath in it, then it'd be like, oh yeah, it's a good thing that he shot up that circle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I dug that. And then, all right, now I have a draft for you guys, and I just came up with it. But do you have any points you want to talk about before we get into the draft?
I got all my bigs.
All right.
Other than the fact, I just have to say, because I first saw this when I was like 10 years old, but is Adrienne Barbeau dressed up like a femme fatale in like every movie she's ever in?
Yes, she is.
Because it seems like it, right? The Fog.
Yep.
And Creepshow and Swamp Thing and this. She's a good actress. She's a good actress. But they're like you're gonna notice her breasts as much as you notice her acting.
Oh, I mean, they're front and center, and I guess they kind of joked about that in the commentary about it, like her outfit. Even she did in the commentary too. Now, also, she was Catwoman's voice in Batman the Animated Series.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
you mean with Mark Hamill?
Yeah, Selena Kyle Batman, and she's also done a ton of voice work for John Carpenter's other movies. She was the computer in The Thing.
I knew that.
Yeah, she's been like the voices in a lot, but she was Selena Kyle's voice in that. All right, so here's my draft. You guys ready for this?
Yeah.
You ready for this?
I'm never ready for this, Mark. I'm always panicked when you come up with the drafts.
All right, so movies featuring snakes.
Snakes.
Yes.
How many do we have to pick?
5 each.
Shit.
Movies featuring snakes. Now, Megan, I let John pick the numbers last time. You get to pick a number, 1 or 2.
2.
2. All right, so
Wait,
Megan.
Can you establish to me to what degree?
Doesn't matter. It just has
it's in the title. It's a major theme.
Doesn't matter. A snake
Has
in
at
the
least
movie.
one major scene.
Just has a snake.
Has a snake.
That's
Snakes. Plural.
Snake. Snake.
Okay.
Plissken.
All right.
There's not more than 2 snakes in these movies. There's 1 snake. So that has to be. So there has to be 1 snake in this movie, in any of these movies, and Megan gets the first pick.
I'm furiously trying to jot down notes and struggling to come up with things to say.
I'm gonna go with something easy.
Yeah.
Anaconda.
All right.
Snakes
Megan.
on a plane.
All right. Anaconda.
Anaconda, by the way, was going to be my first pick.
Let's reach for the easy
All right.
stuff.
Snakes on a plane. All right. So Megan, you're up. Second
I'm
pick.
gonna go with the latest Jungle Book.
Ooh, Jungle Book. That's a good one. ScarJo.
Already struggling here.
I know, right? I don't know these movies.
There's some great rattlesnakes in movies.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
Oh, no,
I
wait,
know
Temple
one.
of Doom, right? Or Last Crusade. Which
Well,
one?
no, because it was with the wasn't it with the snakes with his dad?
Oh, the snakes with his dad? Wait. He falls into a snake one in Lost Ark. He eats snakes in the second one. Where are the snakes in the third one?
Oh, you know what? It's Lost Ark.
All right,
It's
want...
Lost Ark.
All right.
Because in Last Crusade there were rats, and he said no. Oh, your dad should be here. No, he'd never make it past the rats.
So
I was turning that into that.
You want Raiders?
I'll take Raiders.
All right.
Yeah.
Meg?
Mud.
Oh, yeah. If McSee gets bit by
Oh
snakes.
shit.
That's a good one.
It was a stretch.
Oh! I got a good one.
All right, what is
Okay,
it?
Mel Gibson. Brett Maverick is left to die on horseback and with a noose around his neck in the old tree, and then there's a rattlesnake threatening the horse.
I love it.
Maverick.
Maverick.
Is
Megan?
it my turn?
Yep.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
That's a huge snake.
Yes.
What was the movie where a bunch of like idiots like Seth Green or something one of them gets bit in the ass by a snake, and he's like, suck out the poison.
Oh yeah, suck out the poison. Wait, oh man, what is that? What is that movie? No, you gotta suck out. It's in his butt.
It's not up a creek.
Without a paddle?
It's not that. It's not that though. That was what I was thinking of. But
movie,
no, it's
I'll
not
type
that.
movie with snake bite on butt.
Yeah, we'll give that one, see if you can figure out the name.
Movie with snake butt on bite. That doesn't work.
Ew.
Snake bite on
They
butt.
were freaking out. It's like, just suck out the poison. Like, I ain't sucking out the poison. Like, everyone was freaking out.
Let's see.
Could this be? Oh my god. Oh god, I'm nervous. I'm trying to think.
Oh wait. Oh, here it is. I found it. Let's see.
You did? You really know what I'm talking.
So there's wait. City Slickers? You're talking about City Slickers 2.
Oh my god, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's just so deeply embedded in my youth, I couldn't remember that.
You want it?
That's it. I want that. I want that. Good search. Thank you, Mark. Yep. That was a save. I used my 50-50 and phone a friend there.
I'm here for you guys.
Oh, okay. Okay, I know my last one.
Wait, Meg, can I give you one if you want it?
We'll pick your fifth, and then I'm gonna give you guys an option to maybe, as we move along, swap.
We can have a sixth, and I know one. Okay. Now I know.
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans.
Medusa.
Oh, which one?
I don't know. The one with
the original.
Yeah, with Kurt.
1981.
1981. Mm-hmm. All right. 1981 Medusa.
With the claymation, they looked awesome.
All right, John, what do you got for your fifth?
Wait, wasn't that? Did I have five already?
You have Snakes on a Plane, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Maverick, and City Slickers 2.
Oh my God! All that stress on that last pick. I thought that was five. Okay, will you allow Mark?
Yes.
The
soldier.
Prometheus snake that gets
the
biologist.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say soldier.
No, the Prometheus snake. Go on.
All right, so you guys get a mulligan here. You can lose one and add one if you thought about one beforehand.
I can't think of any other ones.
Are you happy with yours, John?
Actually, yeah, I am. I mean, Soldier Snake is. If I thought of that previously, I probably would have jumped at it. But I'm happy with my picks.
All right, so Meg has Anaconda, Jungle Book, Mud, Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets, and Clash of the Titans. John has Snakes on. Which Clash of the Titans do you want, Meg? Do you want Sam Worthington?
I want the old one.
Okay, who's the star in that?
That Kurt.
81
Kirk Douglas, isn't it?
Oh, that's
no, wait.
Kirk Douglas. That's
Spartacus.
Argonauts? No.
That's Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Hey.
Wasn't it Harry something in Clash of the Titans?
Harry Hamlin.
What? I'm pulling some things out here.
Was
Marty.
It really? It was Harry Hamlin.
That's who it was. All right, so Clash
Maggie Smith is in that.
Oh, really?
Love it.
All right, so I like this.
I'd like a clarification on something else as well. The other movie you picked, Jungle Book, were you going live action or original cartoon?
No, the new live action.
ScarJo.
Because Scarlett Johansson is Bagheera.
Yeah, she's great. She's She's a snake.
She's a snake?
Yeah, who's Bagheera?
Bagheera's the panther.
Oh, she's the voice of the snake, I think.
Ka is the snake.
I love the snake in the Brandon Lee.
I remember that. Yeah, that's right. Jason Scott Lee.
Remember that one? That one was creepy.
Yeah. See, I like the visual depiction of the cartoon the most, but yeah, ScarJo is a great.
Her voice is just so good.
Isle of Dogs, great voice work.
You're right. That is actually my favorite ScarJo performance.
She's good.
Well, she's seductive in the way that you would seduce a child to follow you, even though she's bad news.
Oh my God! You know what she'd be great as?
Huh?
Like a PG-13 witch in a Hansel and Gretel.
Oh yeah. Oh. Would she battle Gemma Arterton and Jeremy Renner?
Oh, that would be awesome.
That'd be tough because that's an Avenger and a seasoned vampire slayer / witch slayer against one of the only other human Avengers.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
But she has magic. She has magic, though.
True.
Well, I like this one. You guys had fun with this. So you guys got snakes, movies with a snake. This was good.
I needed a lot of help with that fourth pick.
You should Google movies with snakes because there are some truly awesome titles out there.
Oh yeah. No Country for Old Men. Josh Brolin gets bit by a snake.
I mean those mega snake. Mark.
Oh, George Giant Octopus.
Piranaconda.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, Piranaconda.
I just want to let everyone know real quick that we have a Speed Racer episode coming out after this one, and I really think you should listen to it, because Adam Clement and Jacksonville John, they engage in the most pleasant